and Coney none for 19. So New Zealand require 114 to win from 50 overs, the maximum allowed to them. 2.28 is the rate they require. Well, it may be difficult. The ball will move around off the seam just as much for the Indians, but it's not much of a target to defend. Kapil Dev about to bowl the first ball of this second session of play. And they've asked umpire Isherwood for his opinion on the matter. They asked him a few times in Melbourne as well. They weren't all that pleased with the result. To talk to you about that, here's Bill Laurie, a Melburnian, and alongside him another one, Frank Tyson.
Thank you, Richie. Well, that must have been very close. The ball swinging from off to leg. Big shout from the attacking fieldsman. 2 slips in a gully and a leg slip for Kapil Dev. Well, they hold the one-day crown, the Indians. They're only defending 113 runs, and at first delivery was almost a very good start.
Was indeed. Notice that Bruce Edgar doesn't really get very far forward. He's forward about, what, a foot when that ball makes contact in line with about the middle and leg stump. Wasn't too high. It was just underneath the knee roll, but obviously the movement there swaying the opinion of the umpire, the movement of the ball.
Oh, dropped in. Well, that was a straightforward catch. We're just saying how well Moray has been keeping an edge straight through to the keeper, goes down.
He's a very disappointed young man. And that was an inside edge, and it looked as though it might have clipped the pad as well, so it wasn't an easy one. Moray mustn't have had a very good sight of this ball since it went straight through everything. A wealth of batting to come. Martin Crowe, John Reid, Jeff Crowe, Jeremy Coney, Hadley. They can all bat. McSweeney can handle the bat, as can Snedden.
Well played. Drifted into his pads for the breeze. River really putting in the Indians desperate, defending 113, but 5 runs conceded from Kapil Dev. No wicket for 11. It goes through short leg. It's well struck. That'll be pretty close to 4. 8 runs off the over. Very good over for New Zealand. No wicket for 20.
In the air and wide of Roger Binney, and safely away to the boundary. It was struck pretty well, and Binney really didn't come close to catching it.
New Zealanders really starting to go for their shots. Johnny Wright, very strong. Balance moving left, but very slow to get the left hand up, just wide of Binney. Not a chance. I think it's the right frame of mind to be in. These New Zealanders, Wright in particular, a more aggressive player than Edgar. He hasn't been in much form of late. He scored about 20-odd runs in 3 hands. This, again, frustration for the Indians. The ball just goes wide of the fieldsman. Amanath on that occasion, not able to cut it off in the gully.
Kapil Dev is going off, and he's being replaced by Chetan Sharma. Right in the air, and well caught. And it's Kapil Dev who's got the right hand to it. It's the sort of catch that they need if they're going to win this game.
Well, that was the outswinger. He used the breeze, right backing his ability. Been getting away with that shot early on, but this one a magnificent catch. Great catches do win matches, and there's no doubt about this man Kapil Dev, whether it be fielding, bowling or batting, he has that ability to turn a game around. New Zealand lose their first wicket. Wright goes for 13.
Edged and taken at first slip by Gavaskar, so India have got rid of both of the left-handed openers. Suddenly they're back in the game.
Yes, it's amazing. So often the partnership gets together, lose one, and quickly after, a long way from the body, the angle, breeze, the Fremantle doctor taking that one across. Salon Gavaskar takes the catch, the easiest of catches, waist high. And now New Zealand 2 down for 31.
John Reid comes in now at number 4. And a shout from Roger Binney. I think that John Reid might have hit his boot on that occasion. Certainly it didn't look like a nick.
It's a pretty good delivery. It's not a bad one to get first up. Saturday afternoon welcome here at the WACA. Goes down. That's through the gate. Misses pad, misses stumps.
Martin Crowe certainly has played well. Not in any hurry at the moment. He's had 16 balls and he's aware of what is required here for New Zealand. They're desperate for points.
No ball call. And what tragedy for the little medium pacer and for the whole team.
Oh yes, they all went up. Little Shiva certainly didn't realise what had happened. He got the edge all right. Big edge there from Crowe. Through to the keeper. The catch taken, up it goes, and then he looks over his shoulder and realises that the no ball's been called. What a great shame.
Beautiful stroke. The outfield is quick. Saved by the Indian skipper. Two for 42 out for 15.
Adjustments now for the right-hander. Chet Sharma being moved just a little bit finer down to the fine leg.
A good shot. First ball from Ravi Shastri. Beautiful cutaway. Stroke played very late by Martin Crowe. Shiva Ramakrishnan, the fielder.
It's certainly a lovely stroke. Can't afford to just drift away down outside off stump too much to Martin Crowe. He did leave that quite late. He did that because there's no fieldsman, or there wasn't one, fielding just behind square. No doubt they'll move that around a little bit.
And that is the wrong, and it finds the edge, but doesn't bring the desired result. It's good running from Martin Crowe, and he's got through for the third. Extremely good cricket.
Yes, good piece of bowling. Reid got enough edge to spear it past the gully position. This man, Martin Crowe, he's making John Reid scamper between the wickets. Crowe's a very accomplished cricketer, a beautiful runner, fine timer of the ball for a man with such a small back lift. He seems to be a class above the others at the moment. Very good touch, aggressive and confident.
Good shot from Martin Crowe. He got to that one on the full. Not quite sure why mid-on isn't placed straight, because Crowe hits the ball very straight. Crowe is on 27, Reid 14. And New Zealand continuing the tradition of this series, having won the toss, sent the opposition in all 4 completed games so far. The team that has done that has won the match, and New Zealand here look as though they're going to go on to win the match. Edged and taken by Gavaskar. He's got his second one and he puts it in the pocket, just like Colin Cowdrey used to do.
Well, the way John Reid was playing outside that off stump, I suppose his dismissal in that manner was really just a matter of time. Kapil Dev getting that one to bounce quite a lot, and Reid taken by surprise by the bounce, but sparring at it, and a pretty straightforward catch straight to Gavaskar at slip. So John Reid is out for 14 of 42 deliveries. New Zealand need 37 to win at 3 for 77.
That's a fine shot from Martin Crowe. Really is extremely strong off his pads, and the timing on that occasion was perfect.
Yes, Kapil Dev over-tossed it on the leg stump on that occasion, and Martin Crowe, sweating profusely, certainly didn't need to run for that one. But in fact, he got it on the full toss. off the middle of the bat and timed it very sweetly indeed. And hit it away to mid-wicket for 4 runs. I wonder whether that would have been 4 a couple of months ago here at the WACA ground when the outfield was so slow. It probably would have been because it was hit so sweetly.
Edged and well taken. Brilliantly taken there at second slip. It's Azharuddin in that position. And that ball looked like it was going straight through the gap between first and second slip until the youngster dived across and took a brilliant catch.
That one was really travelling from the edge of Martin Crowe's bat. But Azharuddin kept his eyes on it the whole time. It would have gone between first and second slip and probably raced away down towards third man for runs. But Azharuddin, both hands on it, kept his eye on it. And Martin Crowe is out, caught in the slips by Azharuddin from the bowling of Kapil Dev for 33. And New Zealand with 31 runs needed for victory, 4 for 83.
And now Kapil Dev really going in for the kill. He's adding yet another slip. That's 4. 4 slips. It's been a long time since we've seen 4 slips standing in a one-day game. In fact, I don't think I can ever remember that.
Oh, well bowled. He's got him. Out caught slip. Well bowled, Kapil Dev. Well, that's been a magnificent over from him. Gavaskar has taken his second catch. And the Indians have got another New Zealand wicket. 5 down now for 86. What good bowling.
Magnificent bowling. We've seen Kapil Dev bowl a series of off-cutters. That one held its own. Just leaving. Just a fraction. Standing up, going straight through the edge grab, that extra bounce. And Gavaskar takes yet another catch.
Well, that is a wicket maiden from Kapil Dev. He was taking the last ball of his over, so it's Ravi Shastri again. Richard Hatley, the new batsman for New Zealand. He's down at the non-strikers end. That's played away through the fieldsman on the offside by Jeremy Coney. They'll probably get themselves 3.
Side an outside chance for victory,
and it looks as if he's decided, quite rightly so, to continue while his over's out, see if he can get another wicket or 2 and give his team a chance of victory. 3 slips. Up they go, if they're caught behind. They're asking the question. There was certainly a noise, and everyone behind the stumps. It looks to me as if Kapil Dev was about the only man on the ground who didn't think he caught it.
Yes, there's a little noise after the ball went past, but look at that appeal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all shouting. Imagine the pressure on the umpire there. And now a real head-to-head battle as it's Hadley on strike to Kapil Dev.
Once again, 4 slips in position, and it looks as if they might be going to bring in the 5th attacking fieldsman. Ravi Shastri being pushed around on the Leon side. Save the one just in front of square.
5 deliveries left for Kapil Dev.
And he's dropped him. Well, he got the edge and went straight through Mohammad Azharuddin. It really did go very quickly down to that boundary, and have a look at the face of Kapil Dev. Well, he's got them all in position, and unfortunately slip Gordon has let him down.
Well, he set that up beautifully. The off-cutter may have bounced just in front of Azharuddin, but a very heavy penalty's paid here for the misfield anyway. That was a very, very difficult one. 4 runs result.
Bowl him. Well, isn't he happy? Clean bowl, Richard Hadley. Well, Hadley was playing a defensive shot there, and that one managed to get through somehow. The Indians certainly aren't giving up.
Well, if ever there's a chance to become a hero, Chetan Sharma has grabbed that opportunity straight through the gate. Hadley, not exactly a vertical bat there. The stumps go over, and my goodness, I wonder what's happening in the New Zealand dressing rooms at the moment. Hadley out for 5, and New Zealand 6 for 95.
just what was needed, and not an orthodox stroke either.
And I think that Coney has decided that this is the psychological moment. Chetan Sharma not all that experienced. And Coney deciding to take his courage in both hands. And he struck it admirably. And an orthodox back foot stroke, crossbat almost, but pummeled right over the top of mid-off.
Yeah, but safe and 2 runs.
And this game has really been a test of captaincy too, as well as playing ability. We saw a very good example of captaincy from Jeremy Coney, who handled his attack very well, the 100 coming on in just 232 deliveries. And Kapil Dev has handled the Indian side very well too. He has placed his field well. He's set very aggressive fields.
Shot. Good square drive. 2 more. Very important over, this one for New Zealand. Really struggling, and now the captain has decided to take to Chetan Sharma. He's just called out to the umpire to say how many balls to go. The answer is 1, providing it's not a no ball or a wide. Chetan Sharma holds him there. 9 from the over, very expensive. 6 for 107. Binney is coming on. I don't know, with McSweeney up that end, Frank, I think I'd have gambled. There's only 7 runs to go. I've given Shiva Ramakrishnan a go at McSweeney, I think.
Well, Shiva has only bowled 2 overs for 10 runs.
And there's 4. Well, perhaps not with the slow outfield. They'll just get 3. For 110, and McSweeney is to face Chetan Sharma. He's gone. So Chetan Sharma has taken the wicket. It could be too late, but they're still in it. 4 runs, 3 runs needed now after the no ball that was bowled. And it's 7 for 111.
Well, still the Indians are refusing to give up. With Sharma pitching that ball on the off stump, he cut 2 balls into McSweeney. Now he moves 1 away, and McSweeney correspondingly moves away from the pitch. Caught off a ball that clipped the edge and went to slip. Caught by Kapil Dev, bowled Sharma for 5, 7 for 111.
On this same ground in 1980, these 2 teams played a Benson Hedges World Series Cup match.
Again,
India making 162 and New Zealand 157. So they have a habit of coming into close contact in these games. There it is. Jeremy Coney didn't mug around. Had a little conference with Snedden and said he'd give it all he had if the first one was a little bit offline, and it was. The New Zealand win. But it was a close run thing.